Thank you. Well, as the drought continues, the state legislature is looking at possible water conservation measures. Today, a subcommittee decided to move forward with a bill draft request, which would create a groundwater management plan. Paul Nelson shows us why many domestic well users are against the new regulations.
More than 50,000 domestic wells are scattered throughout Nevada, and the state legislature could look into requiring some groundwater cutbacks in places where the water supply is in jeopardy.
We're looking for a solution. What are we going to do? I think if we continue another couple of decades, we could be very similar to what we have in California, and where they bring your water in a tank.
The state engineer's recommendation is for domestic well owners in some areas to cut their annual water usage from 2 acre-feet to half an acre-foot, and for indoor use only except for pets and livestock. The state engineer could also require meters on new domestic wells.
To be charged for our own water? That's an outrage.
Our water is our property. We will not allow it to be taken. It is not necessary, it's not right, and it will not be tolerated.
Hundreds showed up at the hearing, and dozens voiced their opposition to the matter during more than 3 hours of public comment. Some of them were concerned about how it would affect landscaping and their property value.
How is it possible to sell property with this overhanging cloud? Buyers are not going to be real happy.
I believe it's a personal property right. You know, you can't sell it, you can't trade it, you can't move it, but it's a right to use up to 2 acre-feet of water.
Goycochea says that some of the biggest groundwater issues come out of the Pahrump area in southern Nevada. He says that almost all of the basins across Nevada are in pretty good shape, but that being said, about 20% of them are over-appropriated.
So that's a problem. We need to deal with that.
Many blame the large developments and companies for the problems in some basins, where consumption is outpacing recharge. But it's the opposite in some areas.
Most of the water that we use goes straight back into the ground. Now, it doesn't go back into the deep aquifer, but it's not gone.
While this is just one of what could be many discussions, this subcommittee will only make recommendations for the legislature. Covering the story, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.